What's going on, guys? It's Johnny here, and today, highly requested video. People want to see what I eat in my average day. So we're going to start off with breakfast like normal people. So what we've actually got here is we have 80 grams of rolled oats with 250 milliliters of almond milk, along with 150 grams of blueberries. We've got 1 scoop of protein powder, as well as 10 grams of powdered peanut butter. That's what makes up my protein oats every single morning. I'll have these pretty much every single day of the week. So that's what's inside my protein oats. And then we've got ourselves just 2 pieces of plain old white bread, because it seems to be the lowest calorie bread you can actually buy. I know a lot of people try to debate me, being like, you should have wholemeal, you should have this, you should have that, but no. Normal white bread seems to be the lowest amount of calories that you can actually have. So going with that, along with 2 eggs with just some salt and pepper, and then I butter the bread as well, just with 10 grams of butter per piece. So that's that. And you can't forget to make sure that you stay hydrated, have water first thing in the morning. That's what I always do, make sure that I get my fluids in first thing in the morning. I generally will have about 3 cups of water with my breakfast. I've already had 2 cups while I was just making it, so this will be my 3rd. So anyway, let's get stuck into breakfast because I'm starving. It's currently 6 in the morning, so let's eat. So that's breakfast finished, and usually I would actually be heading out the door at 6 o'clock, not eating breakfast. I'd be heading to work. So I generally have breakfast at about 20 past 5 every single morning. That's usually when I'm actually eating. So anyway, now that we completed breakfast, I'll see you all when we get to our snack time, which is generally at about 8:30 in the morning, and then lunch is early as well. That's actually at 10:30, and then we sort of have another snack at about 2 o'clock. And then we have our pre-workout meal at 3:30 to 4 o'clock. And then dinner is just sort of whenever I usually get home from the gym. That's how the day's set out. So I'll see you guys once we're up to having our snack. Alright guys, so now it is time for snacks. So generally this would be while I'm at work, trying to sort of bridge between my breakfast and my lunch, because obviously I can't go from eating generally at 5:20 in the morning until 10:30 because that just wouldn't work out. So to bridge the gap while I'm generally at work is I'll have a Chobani yogurt. Now it depends which ones are on special. Like I generally just get the normal ones. If not, if the fit ones are cheaper, then I'll get the fit ones, which are higher in protein by like 3 grams, and then it only equals 98 calories, whereas these ones are about 150 calories. So I don't really mind, like, it's just whichever one's cheaper, because at the end of the day, I can always change up little bits and pieces and quantities that I eat to be able to hit my benchmarks. And then on top of that, I have a yogurt strawberry muesli bar, which are just the cheapest ones at Coles, just for a little bit of energy, just a little bit of sugar, some carbs, just to help me get through until lunchtime. So this is about 130 calories, I believe. So that's that. So that's the little snack that I have just to bridge the gap between lunch and breakfast. So let's smash this, and then we'll be on to lunch, which is a bit more of cooking involved. So we'll get to that in a moment. So let's get our snacks into us, and then yeah.
Breathe it in, quick.
And then next time, you'll see us.
Personal favourite Chobani as well has got to be the passion fruit. Otherwise I switch up between the peach and the mango generally. So those are my top 3 when it comes to the Chobani of the normal ones. The fit ones, it sort of is what it is, because it all somewhat tastes the same, because it doesn't actually have all the pieces of fruit added into it. So Top 3 is passion fruit, peach, then mango. Just eat that, and then lunchtime is next. Next up is lunch. So now we're going to be cooking ourselves some lunch, which is going to be chicken and rice with some beans. So generally I just do 200 grams of cooked chicken with 200 grams of cooked rice, and then I'll do 100 grams of greens. So that would be beans, capsicum, broccoli, whatever. I usually just run it to 100 grams because that's just enough that it's filling enough. And I mean, all the greens are sort of low calorie anyway, so load that up. And I prefer to have more of a high protein, higher carb than having more greens. I know a lot of people will debate me on that, but once again, this is just what I eat as people have requested it. So I'm just showing you guys what I eat in the day. So for the chicken, I make some damn good juicy chicken as well. So what we do is I usually preheat the oven to 218 degrees Celsius, and then I put my chicken in there for 18 minutes exactly, pull it out, let it rest for 10 minutes, and then slice it up, and it is usually pretty much perfect by that stage. That's it, just then beeping, letting me know that it's preheated completely. So with seasoning for my chicken, a lot of people don't like to use certain seasonings. However, I use Moroccan seasoning by Master Foods. This one does have a little bit of sodium in it, but I'm not too phased by that because at this certain time in my training, I'm not trying to cut back on it. I'm not trying to, play around with my salt intake too much. So I prefer to use this one for the taste. So pretty much I just sprinkle it straight on top. I don't massage or anything, throw it straight in, and then that's pretty much done for the chicken. And then rice, I mean, you all know how to cook rice. I don't need to teach you guys that. So let's get into making it. Okay, so lunch is now made. So we've got it here. We've got the 200 grams of rice, 200 grams of cooked chicken, plus the 100 grams of beans. And I forgot to mention earlier, but I generally also have one small apple alongside the meal for some extra vitamins, natural vitamins, and of course, a glass of water with every single meal. Well, I generally have a water bottle while I'm at work, but drink your water. It's important. So anyway, this is lunch. So it's currently 11 o'clock. I usually eat around the 10:30 to 11 o'clock mark for lunch because that's just when my break is. So that's that, and then we'll have a snack later on. So let's get into this food because I'm absolutely starving as always. Side note as well, with the beans, I always leave them raw. I don't cook them. I've tried cooking them previously, but it didn't go too well, so I just prefer eating them completely raw. No hidden secrets. As you can hear that, hopefully, they are raw. So that's lunch completed, finished up, tastes great. If you cook it the way that I cook it, then you'll love your chicken because it's juicy and it's not all dry, so try it out. But anyway, next up we're going to be having our next snack, which will be between our lunch and our pre-workout, because it's extremely important for me to be having these snacks between meals in order for me to sort of bridge it together. That way I'm keeping my calories and my energy up throughout the day instead of it sort of dipping down and then spiking back up, so that way I can keep my metabolism steady throughout the working day. So anyway guys, I'll see you when we get to our snack. Alright guys, so now it's up to the second snack of the day between lunch and pre-workout. So that is just one protein shake, which I have just to elevate my protein levels a little bit more and give me a bit of fuel. So going with banana, this one's anabolics protein. It's reasonably lean, so that's that one.
banana flavor, love it. It's actually really nice. So we'll get this into us, and then we'll be having our pre-workout, which is what I have to get ready for the gym, obviously. So smash this down and then get into that. Alright guys, now it is time for pre-workout. So our pre-workout that we go with is 2 tins of tuna, 1 banana. I don't mix the banana and the tuna together, I eat them separately, so don't worry, I'm not that terrible of a person. Along with 150 grams of jasmine rice. And then to top it off, I add a little bit of mayonnaise, just 20 grams of mayonnaise into it to mix it around, to give it a bit more flavor, as well as some salt and pepper. So let's quickly throw together the pre-workout, get it into us, and get ready to head to the gym. Throw in some tuna. And there we have it. So mix all that together. My pre-workout is actually fairly simple. Like, I don't need anything exciting. I just want some carbs, some protein, a little bit of fat, and the banana for just that little bit of fast energy. So yeah, nothing extremely exciting as people might think, but it seems to work, does its job, gives me the energy that I need to fuel my workouts. So that's all it needs to do, so let's get it into us. So that's pre-workout complete, which is always consumed sort of 1 hour before I get to the gym. So that way it's got enough time to sort of sit in my stomach and start digesting properly, so I'm not too full. But sometimes I do prefer to have it like that a little bit earlier, to give it like the hour 10, hour 20. So it's just got enough time to definitely start being digested before I start training, so that way I'm actually utilizing it all. So, well, that's the pre-workout. It's fairly simple, pretty bland. I mean, the only flavor you've really got is the mayonnaise and then the sort of underlying of the salt and pepper. But apart from that, it's, yeah, quite a simple meal. That's that. We're gonna go to the gym, train. You don't need to watch it. So we'll be back once it's dinner time, and we've got something pretty nice tonight, so keen for it, and I'll see you when we're making it. Alright, last but not least, we've got ourselves dinner, and for dinner today, we've got ourselves some homemade burgers using premium mince, so it's nice. It's not just full of fat like all the other ones. Like, of course there's still gonna be fat in it because it is beef, and at the end of the day, beef has fat. However, it's more lean cut. So we got ourselves HelloFresh. This is what I usually have on a nightly basis. Not the burger, obviously, but the HelloFresh. So generally I will allow myself roughly 900 to 1,000 calories for dinner, and then if it's gonna be less than the 1,000 calories, then I'll have myself a sort of supper afterwards, which will generally consist of blueberries or other bits and pieces of fruit with some sugar-free syrup over the top of it, just to fill in those extra calories afterwards. Otherwise, if the dinner fulfills the rest of the calories for the day, then I'll just eat the dinner and that's it for the rest of the day. So this in itself is actually 1,047 calories. So this will be the last meal of today. There will be no supper for today's video, unfortunately. However, I am keen to get into this. I'm probably gonna have this off camera so I can just enjoy it a bit more. But yeah, if you came to enjoy today's video, which hopefully you did, don't forget to drop a like and leave a comment behind with any feedback, anything that you want to see in the future, anything that I could do to make the quality better for you individually. And if you're new around here, then don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button for more weekly content, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Take care.